Yes, I want to play first. I'm going to say no. Since I'm playing first, I think if I can get to the rock, there's a chance he's played out a couple things, but I may be able to bounce those. If I can't, Void Wielder could. So that's not putting me on any sort of dangerous clock, but I'm going to go ahead and play out the arrestor anyway. I think the next several turns, looks like my mana's probably going to be tied up. That works well. So that bird token is the perfect target to bounce. And in those colors, he could arrest. He could. That's about it, honestly. Not taking a chance that he has giant growth. He could whatever the soul tithe. He could soul tithe me. So I'll get rid of token so he can't populate. And ironically, I can populate. But if he spends mana, make it a token. Could do that. Okay. Given what we have going on here, I think probably my best bet is he's going to exile that. Okay. Two can play at that game. If he has a land and tries to scavenge up, that would work right into my plan. So I could Void Wielder. or if something like this happens, just to get the value out of it. We'll go ahead. I'd love to see him scavenge at this point. Go for it. Good. So now the Void Wielder can really do his job. And should be able to swing for 6. And even if he plays out 2 creatures, I have an answer next turn. So let's see, what could he do? He could play 3 creatures. Still probably in trouble in that case. He could have one of these guys of his own. But I think I just win. Yes. And yet another Knightly Valor. And I have a whole hell of a lot of Knightly Valor, which would make the Ethereal Armor not that bad, but I think I like the way it worked. And Celestia Charm, didn't think of that. In some ways that would be a reason to put it on a Griffin. Instead, he's still going to have a lot of trouble dealing with a 4/3 flyer. And we'll scavenge. Okay. He's playing first. I'm going to say no. As soon as I get to a single plains, I'm in pretty good shape. If I can get to 2 plains, then I'd probably lead with the Sunspire Griffin. So that kind of went exactly the way I needed it to. Swing for 1. So he's going to be doing a little bit of work there. I think I want to put out the Griffin. Follow it up with Sky Knight. Or Arrestor. We'll just have to see kind of how the cookie crumbles. Void Wielder, I'll stop that guy at least momentarily. We'll titanium. So we can Void Wielder Pegasus next turn. Get in through the air. Okay, so maybe we Void Wielder the bird token. Although I do like the Knightly Valor plan also. Put it on him. Drop it a little bit more. If I put it on him, he can't spell Sneak Charmin. You know, he could be packing a whatever that green populate destroy enchantment card is. If he has that, you could cast it and triple block. Sure enough, Sundering Growth. See, I know what I'm talking about. But if he wants to kill both of his tokens in the process, I can live with that. Tell you the truth, I shouldn't just trade a Sky Knight for that, but I will. Okay, so actually, let me think about this. If I arrest her, the Pegasus, and I might be just better off leaving up Judgment. But it turned out pretty good because Void Wielder will be an answer. To one of those. If I'm patient, I'm still in pretty good shape. I think I want to keep that Judgment for Guild Mage or another large threat. I can get one of my rocks. That would be a beating against these guys. suppose if we don't get something soon, I may have to use it on a Pegasus or something, but it's definitely not what we want to be doing. Those are tough draws. So at this point I probably do have to use it on a Pegasus. See if we can. It's just buying me kind of an extra turn. Yeah. Nothing we can do to save it at this point. What could I draw? So I got the rook. Nope. It was a ways away. It wasn't gonna happen. Okay. I think we're still okay. I just can't. Had to be a little bit more careful in the air because we know he has an army of 1/1 flyers. Cover barrier continues to look pretty good against him. Oh, there's the cube ticks from earlier. And the guy who beat me went on for victory, so I don't know if that makes me feel better or something, but let's put in that foil plane. Maybe that's what's holding us back. That foil plane, I mean, that's gonna probably tap for 2 mana, right? Tower Drake. With its extra large bottom. Could do some work for me. Keen Apparition. Does he play any enchantments? Doesn't really seem to be his thing. Well, I don't know what's taking him so long. It's detected fairly well. Probably sideboarding into mono red. That's what I should have done. Dino Charge, Race Course Fury, Survey the Wreckage, and 37 mountains. Okay, down to 30 seconds. Still waiting. I'd like to say patiently, but not really. I'm actually incredibly impatient. Kind of fussy. Dramatic rescue. I'd like to have that against his populating hordes. Yes, I want to play. I'll say no. If I don't get an island for a while, I will not be happy. But I have a play. And once I get a few more land, I like the route it goes. Oh, he disconnected. That's interesting, given that we just had really a very good match, in my opinion. Hope he's not gone for good, if for no other reason than waiting here for 10 minutes would drive me crazy. So I'm going to pause this, and we'll be back when he's back. Here we go. Opponents returned. So really getting some work out of that Civic Saber. I think I'll offer the trade. If I can get land. Got all Max Main. I think getting someone in the skies is the right move. At some point, I would think maybe he's suiting up that guy and swinging for 3. That's his plan. I'm okay with that. Oh, interesting. Get through for that. Bring in the rock. We could Centaurs. Courser's Accord. But I'm not scared of that. Hover Barrier will do some work. And Dramatic Rescue can help out as well. So moving the Civic Saber. Onto, does have some very interesting choices. Okay. Get my big flying wall. Go ahead and bounce that fella. If he attacks with the centaurs, that really opens him up to arrestor attacks. If he doesn't attack, I kind of like that play. Dramatic rescue's there in case we need it. And plays the apparition again. I could see Eyes in the Sky is on its way. For this one, guess I'll go ahead and attack. Where I'm at right now, I'd be better off with the dramatic rescue in case he plays something that could defend flyers. And he didn't, and I won. Void Wielder would have been a pretty good rip right there as well. Okay, so on to round 2, and I will see you then. Beat Selesnya. That's never easy.